So today is a pretty bad day for me. I didn't read yesterday. I apologize for that. I just had some things going on. I was hanging out with family and friends. That was great. But today just started off shitty. There's not really a complete reason for why, just is. I'm at that point where I'm not really quite so much depressed, more as in depressed, angry. I always seem to get things wrong sometimes. And then I just can't fix things. I can be told things and whatnot, but I can't fix them. I just can't fix certain situations, and it sucks. So that's just what I'm dealing with today. Depression is great. Sometimes it sucks. But whatever. I was supposed to read the Bible yesterday, so I'm going to read it today. Who knows? People say that when you're upset, sometimes it helps. Guess I'll find out today if that's true or not. So, anyway, without going into details or anything, just know that today's reading may not be the best, but I'm still doing it. So maybe that counts for something. But on the plus side, not many of you will see this, since only a few of you watch the Holy Bible one. So maybe it's a good thing that I'm feeling this way on this day. So, love you guys. Thanks for being subscribed. You know, you guys make my day. Every time I see your comments, every time I see a new subscriber, every time I see your thumbs up and your likes, it makes my day. So thanks for supporting my channel and sharing my passion for reading. Without further ado, reading by the Holy Bible, the New King James Version. Be picking up where we left off in the last video. We're on Genesis chapter 14, verse 1. I'm getting pretty good at saying that. Chapter 14. And it came to pass in the days of Amraphel, king of Shinar, Arioch, king of Elasar, Chedorlaomer, king of Elam, and Tidal, king of nations, that they made war with Bera, king of Sodom, Brisha, king of Gomorrah, Shinab, king of Admah, Shemeber, king of Zeboim, and the king of Bela, that is, Zoar. All these joined together in the valley of Siddim, that is, the Salt Sea. 12 years they served Chedorlaomer, and in the 13th year they rebelled. In the 14th year Chedorlaomer and the kings that were with him came and attacked the Rephaim in Ashtaroth Carnaim, the Zuzim and Ham, the Immon and Sheva, Kirathaim, and the Horites in their mountain of Seir, as far as El Paran, which is by the wilderness. Then they turned back and came to En-Mesvet, that is, Kadesh, and attacked all the country of the Amalekites, and also the Amorites, who dwelt in Hazazon Tamar. And the king of Sodom, the king of Gomorrah, the king of Admah, and the king of Zeboim, and the king of Bela, that is, Zoar, went out and joined together in battle in the valley of Siddim, against Chedorlaomer, king of Elam, Tidal, king of nations. Amraphel, king of Shinar, and Aroich, king of Elasar. 4 kings against 5. Now the valley of Siddim was full of asphalt pits, and the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled. Some fell there, and the remainder fled to the mountains. Then they took all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah, and all their provisions, and went their way. They also took Lot, Abram's brother's son, who dwelt in Sodom, and his goods, and departed. Then one who had escaped came and told Abram the Hebrew, for he dwelt by the terebinth trees of Mamre, the Amorite, brother of Eshcol and brother of Aner, and they were allies with Abram. Now then, sorry guys. Now then, Abram heard that his brother was taken captive. He armed his 318 trained servants who were born in his own house and went in pursuit as far as Dan. He divided his forces against them by night, and he and his servants attacked them and pursued them as far as Hoban, which is north of Damascus. So he brought back all the goods, and also brought back his brother Lot and his goods, as well as the women and the people. And the king of Sodom went out to meet him at the valley of Shevet, that is, the king's valley, after his return from the defeat of Chedorlaomer, and the kings who were with him. Then Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought out bread and wine. He was the priest of God Most High. And he blessed him and said, Blessed be Abram of God Most High, possessor of heaven and earth, and blessed be God Most High, who has delivered your enemies into your hand. And he gave him a tithe of all. Now the king of Sodom said to Abram, Give me the persons, and take the goods for yourself. But Abram said to the king of Sodom, I have raised my hand to the Lord, God Most High, the possessor of heaven and earth, that I will take nothing from a thread to a sandal strap, and that I will not take anything that is yours, lest you should say, I have made Abram rich, except only what the young men have eaten, and the portion of the men who went with me, Aner, Eshcol, and Mamre. Let them take their portion. Chapter 15. After these things the word of the Lord came to Abram in a vision, saying, Do not be afraid, Abram. I am your shield, your exceedingly great reward. But Abram said, Lord God, what will you give me, seeing I go childless, and the heir of my house is Eliezer of Damascus? Then Abram said, Look, you have given me no offspring. Indeed, one born in my house is my heir. And behold, the word of the Lord came to him, saying, This one shall not be your heir, but one who will come from your own body shall be your heir. Then he brought him outside and said, Look now toward heaven, and count the stars, if you are able to number them. And he said to him, So shall your descendants be. And he believed in the Lord, and he accounted it to him for righteousness. Then he said to him, I am the Lord, who brought you out of Ur and the Chaldeans, to give you this land to inherit it. And he said, Lord God, how shall I know that I will inherit it? So he said to him, Bring me a 3-year-old heifer, a 3-year-old female goat, a 3-year-old ram, a turtle dove, and a young pigeon. Then he brought all these to him, and cut them in two, down the middle, and placed each piece opposite the other. But he did not cut the birds in two. And when the vultures came down on the carcasses, Abram drove them away. Now when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram, and behold, horror and great darkness fell upon him. Then he said to Abram, Know certainly that your descendants will be strangers in a land that is not theirs, and will serve them, and they will afflict them 400 years. And also the nation whom they serve I will judge. Afterward they shall come out with great possessions. Now, as for you, you shall go to your fathers in peace. You shall be buried at a good old age. But in the fourth generation they shall return here, for the inquiry of the Amorites is not yet complete. And it came to pass, when the sun went down and it was dark, that behold, there appeared a smoking oven and a burning torch that passed between those pieces. On the same day the Lord made a covenant with Abram, saying, To your descendants I have given this land, from the river of Egypt to the great river, the river Euphrates, the Kenites, the Kenizzites, the Cadmonites, the... Sorry about that, that's my alarm going off. My husband is fixing that right now. He must have set it off. Sorry about that. The Hittites, the Perizzites, the Rephaim, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Gigashites, and the Jebusites. Okay, that was the end of chapter 15. That didn't really make me feel any better. Maybe it just wasn't the verses I needed to hear, but that's alright. We got another read in. I'm gonna stop there. Maybe read something different. I don't know. Not feeling up to it. Sorry for the depressed state. But on the plus side, not many will see it, so that's good. If you've subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. If you happen across it and don't mind hearing the Bible, please subscribe. I'm not usually like this. Just have a lot on my mind, I guess. Yeah. That's it for now. Reading by Ree. Bye.